Okay, we're back. I'm super excited because my next guest is here. Let me read you a little bit of information on him. Actually, he reached out to me and wanted to be on this summit, and I'm so excited that he did. So let me tell you a little bit about him. Frank Ammons is the founder and owner of Client Makers. Client Makers installs sales systems for businesses and entrepreneurs so they can get more high-paying clients and predictable revenue, giving them more freedom in finances. Frank has launched not one but three different sales companies, one which he has grown to $20 million in sales in just 2 years, and another to $10 million in sales in 7 months in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic. Now, Frank coaches entrepreneurs and business owners how to create scalable businesses to $10 million or more so that they can be more free and make more income and impact. Frank is not just the entrepreneur and business coach, but he is a husband and a father to his beautiful family where they live out in Miami, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Frank to the call. Hey, Frank, welcome to the summit. Oh, wait, I can't. Can you hear me? Are you muted? I'm,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, I forgot to unmute the mic there. So thank you, Don, for having me. Appreciate you guys having me on. I'm excited about being a part of this.
I'm excited too. I was amazed reading your bio. You created uh, these wonderful businesses in a short period of time. So please come on and share with us what it is that we need to know how to build wealth God's way. Listen to how you built wealth so quickly.
Well, I was listening to some of your other guests. I might be a little unorthodox, but trust me, the Lord has his hand on me because I'm walking evidence. I'm like the poster child of God's blessings in spite of really being able to deserve them. So I appreciate it again for letting me come on and share a little bit. I want this to be like a little mini master class. Is that okay? Can I
That's
just,
great.
I
That's
want to give
great.
away all the goods, like
Oh, yes.
all the secret sauces, everything it takes. I
Yeah.
mean, but the only thing I'm going to say is mayday, mayday, warning. You guys might actually get so much information. It could definitely make you wealthy. And now you're going to have to, you're going to have to tithe the Don because we're going to be able to give you some real strategy, not the fluff either, not the fluff stuff, not the, let me tell you just a little bit. I just want to give it all to you. Is that all
Great,
right?
great. That's good. That's definitely all right.
All right. So this is going to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be a good one. It's going to go up high. It's going to go down low. It's going to tell the truth. So Don, if I can, I just want to share how this all got started, right? Can I
Yes,
share
please
that?
do. Yes.
Unfortunately, last year, 2021 was the worst year of my life completely, totally. We lost our daughter, 15-month-old daughter. Her name was Destiny on Mother's Day.
Oh,
Tragedy struck us in the morning when we woke up. And she had some breathing issues and some problems, and the Lord took her on home. And so it rocked our world. It changed everything. Not to make matters worse, just a few months later, I got the worst of the worst COVID. I was in the hospital for almost 5 weeks, and I was on 40 liters of oxygen just to live.
right.
In that time while I was there was literally a gentleman that was next door to me, 22 years old, way better shape to me, and he passed away. Another gentleman that was a deputy sheriff, beautiful family, 32 years old, he passed away, and here I am clinging on for life for those 4 weeks. And then I started realizing, I'm going to probably make it out of here, and now I need to know why. God, why are you keeping me around? There's been too much going on this year. We already lost our daughter. We lost our business. I mean, things have just went to complete shambles. So if you're going to let me out of here, God, I need to know what to do when I leave, because obviously you got me here for a reason, right? I mean, and so in that moment, I actually argued and confronted the Lord in probably an unorthodox way and demanded him to tell me if I'm going to leave this hospital, that I need to know what I'm going to do, because I've lost pretty much everything, right? Almost even my life. And then that moment, he brought me back to the scripture where he tells Moses, hey, I have given you the power to create wealth. I put it inside of you to fulfill my covenant. Now, I've heard that scripture 1,000 times, especially if you've been in business and you've had any kind of association with Christianity or the Bible. You've heard it a tons of times. But this time when I heard it, it was different because he was really telling me, hey, already everything you need is already inside of you. It's already there. I'm not going to go make it for you. I'm not going to go, help you find it. I'm just going to let you know it's already inside of you. That's what he told Moses. And then he said, this is why, to fulfill my covenant. So I'm here to give you the ingredients of exactly what he helped me with. Can I do that? Is that all right?
Yes, definitely.
So in that moment of crisis, of darkness, of hell, I ended up getting out of the hospital. Obviously, it took a while, but then several months later, I had to recover. And me and my wife sat there and we decided we were going to, if we're still here, if we still have a responsibility and a mission, we might as well make the most of it, right? So we're going to make the most of it. And the only thing we know how to do based on the scripture he gave me as a download, and also what we knew as a skill set, is to create businesses. And so that's what we did. We opened up a all remote sales team called Prosper. We kind of spelled it different. Within 10 months, just recently, not a couple months ago, it got acquired, right, for multi-million dollars. And here's what we did. And I'm going to share you guys with the ingredients. This is what we did. The number one reason why most businesses and entrepreneurs are not successful is because, number one, they have a poor mentality, right? You guys talked about mindset on the last segment and many times, right? Poor mentality. Unfortunately, and I don't mean this to be offensive in any way, but poor people think poorly. Okay, it's as simple as that. And here's what I got to tell you. When it comes down to business, you really literally, when I talk to businesses all the time, most of the time it really comes down to the fact is they have poor promotion, they have poor offers, they have poor pricing, and they have poor fulfillment and process, and then they pay their people poorly. And then they wonder why they're not making they're not making any gains. They're not, they're not attracting. Let me just tell you this bluntly: poor offers attract poor people. Hmm. And the idea behind business is to have a transaction so you can make a profit, right? And so I just, this might be a little hard for a few people, but I want to tell you the truth. If you can't step away from your business like I did when I was sick, and your business not keep running, all you really have is a job. Mm-hmm. And the idea behind having a business is for it to be a machine, for it to be operating without you. And so many business owners and entrepreneurs get this wrong. And I don't know about you, but when you face what I've faced, when we lost our daughter and I almost lost my life, my business went away. Why? Because I didn't have a company or really a real business. All I had is a glorified job. And the last time I checked, job stands for just over broke. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you, a lot of you guys who are listening or watching or will watch this, you guys have a business. But here's the thing. Your business is totally and almost 100% dependent on you. And so when you go through what I went through and you realize, number one, when you can't do your business, it goes away. You don't really have a business. You have a job. And number two, what God intended us for us to have is to have, what did Jesus said? I come to give you life and life more abundantly, where it runs over, right? How can you help someone else be blessed when you don't have it in your cup either? You can't. How can I pour from one cup to another and make it run over if I don't even have it myself, right? So the bottom line is that God's intended us to have freedom, right? What's one thing me and you know we don't have more of?
Freedom.
Time. We don't have more time. Me and you don't have. As a matter of fact, this is the only thing we can assure is we're getting less of. Okay. All right. Now we're getting smarter. And for some of us, we're looking better with age, but some of us are losing time every day. And not some of us, all of us are losing time. That's a guarantee. And then here's the other thing. We don't know when that time actually expires. I mean, if you do, let's go ahead and play the lotto, because you might have some insight I need to know about, because none of us know how much time we have left, and we get less of it. But yet, I've worked with so many business owners that are working. They're like, "We're so busy. I'm so busy." You miss the whole idea behind a business. And that is the difference between a true entrepreneur and a business owner. and I was a business owner with a high glorified job, and at the end of the day, I want to set some people free today. Is that okay to set some people free today?
Yes, it is.
You have to build a system or systems that frees you to work on your business, not in your business, to lay the railroad tracks up front so your business can continue to grow without you. The number one reason why most businesses don't grow is because the one who owns it or the people who own it are in the way. They in their own. I was in my own way because, well, we're the one who started it. It's our baby. We're the ones we're the genius and the creative. No, you ain't the genius. The Lord gave you that, and He put it inside of you. You're just the operator. And then once you get to a point where you don't have to be the operator, get out the way. And be free, not just to sit around and do nothing. That's not what freedom means, by the way. Okay. But go out there and work on your business so that you can have a multi-decade vision and then potentially even sell it if you can and want. And you're like, well, I don't want to sell my business. Okay, don't sell your business, but you should operate it like you might one day. Because what happens when you die? Because you don't know when we're going to die. Who's going to take over your business? It should be operated and put together so that people can take over the business. And so when I'm looking at what He told Moses, I've already given you the power to create wealth to fulfill my covenant. He was basically saying, I already gave you everything. What are you asking me for? It's already here. It's already inside of you. One time, me and my wife went to a football game in Atlanta. Actually, we're from Tampa, so we like the Tampa Bay Bucks, and they were playing in Atlanta. And I've never been to the Atlanta Stadium before. I've been to the Tampa Bay Stadium. And for the first time, we went to Atlanta to the stadium, beautiful, beautiful stadium. And we got really good seats, like really low, down by the field seats. And so before we went to our seats, we went and loaded up at the concession. And I don't know about you, but I'm 300 and none of your business pounds. I like to eat. So when I go to the concession stand, that's how I look. I got it. I'm walking around like this. So that's what we did. We got everything we can grab, and it probably was about $50. Okay, because they hit you hard on the concession stand. They're gonna get their money one way or another. So we go to the lady who's standing there, trying to look for tickets to get into the VIP section, and we're like, we got VIP. We think we're rolling and balling and all that. And the lady starts laughing at me before I even get to her. And I said, what are you laughing about? She says, honey, I guess you've never been here before. And I said, no, this is my first time. I'm excited. She says, and I said, but how do you know I've never been here before? Because all that stuff you just bought, it's included with your VIP seat. And I said, are you serious? She said, yep. And so here's the thing. Most businesses and business owners and people are running around not even knowing what's included that God's given them. He's given you access to everything, to the wealth of the world. He's given you access to all the ingredients, all the wisdom in the world. You can just rewind and watch this interview, this summit that you have put on, and get the download you need. And then what happens is most people don't do much with it. So number one, they don't know they have it. Number two, they don't do nothing with it. Or then number three, don't do the right thing with it. Okay. So the right thing, if you have a business, do yourself a favor and create that business so it can operate without you. Not because you're not needed, but because it's going to be best to run your business in a systematic way. And the best way to run your business is with a team. You need to get a team. And the only way to get a team is be good with people. Some business owners are not good with people. They don't even like people. I don't even know why they're in business. When the best asset you have as a business is your people. Right? Is this okay? Anybody relating to what I'm saying? Or am I way off? Am I way off?
Relating, yeah.
Okay. So the best way to have a system is a team. People that can operate in ways where they can fill in the gaps and they can take off your plate. And again, it's not for you to be lazy and to do nothing, for you to sit back and drive the nice cars and have all the money. It's for you to be able to work on your business, the future of your business. Because there's three things a CEO should be focused on. Three things, okay? Number one, growth opportunities, okay? Number two, the bottlenecks of a business. Bottlenecks means anything that's stopping it from growing, any challenges. And then number 3, the only people you should be working with and talking to is your executive team. And it may only be 1 or 2 people. Your executive direct team. They should be working with the rest of your group and your rest of your employees and the rest of your team, because you've empowered them. And a lot of people are afraid to empower people. They're control freaks. They trip over their own, their own power, right? Like, let it go, right? Let it go. Just let it go. Here's the thing. You want to know how you find out if someone's any good at something or not? Let them do it. Just let them do it. What are we afraid of? To fail? You're going to fail anyways on the track you're in. As soon as you get sick, or you need to take a vacation, or you have a crisis, or life changes on you hard, and you're talking to someone who it literally happened, the worst of the worst. And as soon as you're going to have a meltdown, a breakdown, something's going to happen in your life, and you're going to realize what I'm telling you is true. And then your business is going to stop or slow down or actually go out of business. And then you realize it's all dependent on you. You have to have a team. You have to have a system. Okay. Then the thing is that most people don't have is they don't have things written down, documented, so people that can run with it. Right. What does the Bible say? Write the vision down so the runner can run with it. I mean, come on. That's called an SOP in business. Okay. That's what it's called. Right. You got to have something documented so that if I'm not there, okay, they know what to do, because I wrote it down. I showed them. I shared it with them. They have Loom videos you can record that are so easy. You can record a video and literally show someone how to do something. And guess what's beautiful part about technology and video is they can play it over and over again. You can share your screen, and you don't have to be there. And that's documented. What I mean by documented, right? The other thing is that people are afraid to hire people that are better than them. Right? And that's exactly who you should hire. You should hire, if you're surrounded with people that are not smarter than you, you're in the wrong room. I think somebody used that quote many times. If you're in a room where people are not smarter than you, you're in the wrong room. You got to be around people, and we know this, right? Don, I think I heard you say you're from New Jersey, right?
Yes.
New Jersey. Okay. I'm from Florida. I'm a Florida boy. Don, have you ever noticed an orange tree growing in New Jersey?
No, we don't have any orange trees.
No orange trees. You know why? Because it's too cold. Okay. The environment is not conducive for the orange tree to grow and blossom and to do what it needs to do. So you would find them in the South, like Florida, right? So you have to create an environment. And that's what's beautiful about business. You can create your own environment. Some of you, well, my family did me wrong and treated me bad. That's like 80% of the world now. Okay. A lot of people have went through, I'm not saying that that's not a big deal. It's not traumatic, but I'm saying here's a chance for you to create a business and actually pick your family. And you need to surround yourself with people that are better than you, at least at the things you're not good at. You need to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you and that can get things done that you are not willing to do. See, when you're in sports, and I know the last gentleman was a professional athlete. I got to play sports too. In sports, they tell you to work on your weaknesses. In business, you delegate your weaknesses. That's a big difference. And so a lot of athletes and a lot of people that have been in that, they don't understand that. So you get to create a team that can do what you can't do well, right? And maybe you don't do a lot of things well, but if you do this one thing well, and that is create a team, you now are in the first big step in the right direction of creating a business that's going to thrive, right? It's going to thrive. Okay. So I'm telling you from experience, you have to have a team. You have to have a system. You have to create a business that truly will give you freedom. And when you have freedom, see, a lot of people, this is the difference between income versus wealth. Income, you exchange your time for money. Wealth, you exchange assets so that you can be able to build wealth. That's the difference, right? So a lot of us are still exchanging time for, even people that quote unquote are coaches and they get paid by the hour, or they don't even charge enough. And Don, I got to get on you too. That promotion you just did, that should be like $8.99. You got to see, a lot of people they're afraid to lose their audience because they're going to increase their take. A lot of people's pricing is off. Poor pricing. Okay. You're like, well, I want to make sure enough people can get it. I understand what you're saying. You're trying to serve the masses and you want to help the masses. You want to change the world. But let me ask you a question. If you could not get 10 times the money, wouldn't you be able to serve those people who actually pay a lot better?
Yes, you can.
Right? So you can't even, I mean, I'm not thinking I'm all that, but you know, my lowest program is $5,000 a month, right? And here's the thing. I also justify it because I know my audience. So, you know, you can't serve all people. Okay. There's a tribe, there's a group of people that God probably has anointed you specifically for. And a lot of us try to be so broad, right, that we miss, you know, we're just going to be in a group of people that are noisy already. Our voice is going to be diluted. No one's going to see us or hear us. And the honest truth is that you need to find the group of people that, number one, I'm going to give it to you. Number one, need what you can give them, service-wise, product-wise, experience-wise, etc. And number two, right, have the money to pay you. If they don't got no money, then, you know, bless them, help them, pray for them, support them, give them all the information for free, but don't try to think they're going to pay you, because they're not. Okay. What you need to do, look, do you think people who have money are attracted to a $49 or a $59 or even a $99 price? No. Okay. What they're attracted to, and I'm going to tell you this honestly, and this might, you know, ruffle a little feathers, but I'm here to help people be set free. Okay. So price is when you give someone out a price, it's perceived value. When you have too low, they think the value is low. You have to increase your prices. Some of you guys are scared to increase your prices because you're not even that confident in what you do. Don, do you know the difference between copyright and trademark?
Copyright and trademark. Copyright is when you have your well, they're similar, right? I'm not quite sure the total difference. That's what you're asking.
Yeah. I just learned this too, so I'm not acting like I know something. I just learned it, like, you know, not even long ago. But the difference between copyright and trademark, which you see copyright a lot, you know, the little C circle, and then you see trademark. Well, here's the thing. Copyright is just saying, hey, I own this, don't copy it, you know, in layman's terms. Trademark means I own this. This is mine. This is my property. And if I catch you stealing it, I'm going to come after you. So here's the thing. We have to know the difference that of God in us. And a lot of us are still acting like we're a copy when we're the original. So baby, you trademarked, you got the TM beside your name. Might as well put TM beside your name, because everywhere you go, you need to realize that a lot of Christians walk around like they're copyrighted when really they're trademarked. You got to know the difference. The difference is your trademark. You have a mark on you that says you're owned and you have come from originally from God. What does he say? I made you in his image, right? He's made us in his image. We're not just a copy. Why do you think so many religions have copied portions of the Bible? Because they're trying to take the copyright, because they know they're not the trademark. We are the trademark, right? Right. And the same thing with your business. Have enough confidence in yourself to know that you can charge more. Have enough confidence in your pricing. And if, listen, I'll tell you the truth. One of the tests is that when you tell someone your price, if they don't swallow hard or pause and think about it, your price ain't big enough. Because when people don't pay, they don't pay attention.
That's true.
They don't. How many $97 courses have we bought and we didn't even open? Tell the truth. Somebody needs to tell the truth. You bought some $97 courses and you probably haven't went through the first slide. Right? I'm here for transformation, not just for information. I'm here to help people change things, not just for me to see how many people will buy my $97 course. And I'm not trying to hate on nobody. I'm just trying to give you, give you the goods. The reason why I was able to scale 3 businesses, not once, not twice, not 3 times, is because I understood these things. Number one, I have to have a team. Number two, I need a price, right? I know my audience. My audience is very niche. It's not everybody. And they're like, well, I don't want to leave anyone out. Well, you need to serve the niche audience first, master that. Once you get that down pat, now you can expand. A lot of people go too broad. You need to speak to them in a very specific way. Very specific way. Well, I'm a life coach. Well, you and about 800 million other people are life coaches. So what part of life are you helping me with? Right? I need you to get specific, because when you get specific, you will be able to speak to a group of people that say, oh, help me out. I need your help. You're speaking to me. You're speaking my language. I know what's going on. And the reason why people buy is because they know you can deliver for them. The other thing too is people always sell the process and not the destination. Am I helping anybody, or is this falling on deaf ears?
No, you definitely help.
All right, you tell me. You're in charge here. You have to kind of pull me in, like just make sure I'm okay.
No,
right?
you do. I mean, the information you're sharing is awesome, great. I mean, the fact that you have to definitely have systems. You got to understand the world is built on systems. That's the only way that you really got to do it. And and it starts off with you finding your niche. You can't talk to everybody.
You can't. You can't.
I speak to people who are Christians or believers who want to create wealth, but not living in the world system, so you have to narrow down your niche, and you got to be able to share information, because once you talk to those people, they understand how you feel. That becomes your tribe. They feel exactly the same way you feel. The information you're giving is amazing.
And don't tell me it's not in the Bible, because Jesus had a whole team of 12, right? Mm-hmm. And they all had different jobs. Okay. And by the way, just so you guys know or remember or realize, they all were entrepreneur-like. Writers, tax collectors, business builders, fishermen. I mean, there's a reason why he picked those type of people. Okay. The other thing too is, don't tell me that Paul wasn't a businessman, because the Bible says he was a tent maker. And matter of fact, he had a team too. Priscilla and Chris, what's the other person's name? I forget the name. Priscilla and Aquila. Is that how you say the two names? I can't remember. But they were that was his team that helped him make tents, right? And he knew his audience, right? So my point, and he was a copywriter, by the way, as we know. My point is to you is that you have to have these things in place. The other thing I would say to you guys, honestly, is that know your audience, price properly, right? The reason why people have a hard time doing this is because they don't believe in themselves, and you got to believe in yourself. Listen. Most people, if you ask them, do you believe in God? They'd say yes. It's not really a matter if you believe in God, yes or no. It's what you believe and how much you believe. Mm. And some people don't believe in themselves, right? Oh yeah, of course I believe in myself, but how much? And when you don't have the conviction, it comes across when you're trying to offer someone something. The lack of conviction, the lack of confidence in delivering the deal, right? If you say to me, Don, I want to build a $10 million company. Most people are going to, even if they know how to do it, they're going to go and tell you how to do it, or how they're going to do it with you. No, you know what I'm going to do, Don? I'm going to say, Don, how much is your life going to change when you hit that $10 million mark? How would it change your life incredibly? How much more freedom will you have? Don, can you imagine what it's going to be like for you to be able to have the freedom that you've been looking for when you hit the $10 million mark? How your business is going to now serve a greater audience? I'm going to start asking you, Don, the things that are going to help you start imagining what it's like to get there. So sell the destination, not the TSA and the plane ride to get there. Exactly. Right? Because a lot of people, well, we're going to go through the TSA line. We're going to sit there forever. We're going to sit and coach. We're going to, be cramped up, and we're going to have to get an extra seatbelt. We're going to deal with just peanuts and one little drink, and it's going to take 3 hours, and we're going to hear ding, ding, ding the whole way, and the air is not going to be enough, and we're going to be jet lagged. No one buys because of that. The reason why you take those trips that long and you put up with that stuff is because of the destination. Yes. Right. And so people forget about that when you're trying to offer something and they want to tell you the process. Well, I'm going to give you 37 coaching experiences, and I'm going to help you log into all of these courses, and I've created all these videos, and I got all these downloads and these PDFs, and all that may be awesome and may be a part of what you do, but you're selling the wrong thing. You got to sell the result, and so you got to know how to have. The reason why people don't grow their business is because they have poor process. Okay. And the other thing is that they pay their people poor. I don't have employees anymore. Everybody who works for me, if you will, are my partner. Okay. From the admin, I have $1 million admin business model. If you become an admin with me, I'll teach you how to make $1 million as an admin. Why not? You could, you know, I'm looking for an admin right now. Someone might have admin skills. If you want to make $1 million being an admin, you need to come work for me. I can show you how to do that. No one has capped earnings when they work on my team. They have actually profit share and commissions, and sometimes they even have base pay. So my point is to you is I unleash their abilities to make money working with me. And guess what happens? When the cat goes away, the mouse play. You've heard of that, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You don't have to babysit nobody because they're motivated. Because you know, and I'm gonna tell you another truth too. I know this is God's way of building wealth, and people don't like hearing this. But sometimes you need to cut away the fat, the people who are not doing anything. And sometimes the best thing you can do for some people is fire them. You can do it in a loving way. You can say, hey, look, this is not working out. I do wish the best for you. And then maybe they'll hate on you, don't like you, whatever. But let me tell you something. Every time I've taken over a company and helped them grow, one of the first things I do, and I know this is not popular, is there's people that we look for that are not up to par because we have to have a higher standard and we have to cut away. What happens when we cut people away is actually, in the end of the day, the other people, they go to another level. People don't like hearing this. I know you don't like, I'm not here to ruin any people's lives either. But I also got other people to be responsible for. And listen, some of those people who got mad at me for firing them, and there's a bunch of them, they ended up starting a business. I got a guy right now who started a business very similar to mine because I fired him, and now he's a millionaire. And guess what? He won't never say it, but, go ahead and thank me if you will, right? He knows my address. My point is to you is like, look, you got to do what you got to do to grow a business. And anytime you cut it, you have to prune. Just like a tree. You have to prune it sometimes for it to grow better. And we're like, oh, we don't want to fire people. God will make a way. No, sometimes God's telling you to get out of the way.
It is the way. You know what? You have actually blessed us with like an abundance of information. I'm so grateful and thankful that you had taken the time to share with us today. Unfortunately, we only had like 30 minutes.
No problem.
To share the information. And I do have my next guest is actually already waiting. But is there something? How do people get in touch with you? Is it something that you want to share with them to let them know how to get in touch with you, what you can offer to them?
The last thing I wanted to share is that you should give away all your information because most people won't do anything with it anyways. And those who want to do something with it need you to help them, and they'll need you anyways. So do not be afraid to give the goods away. Don't be afraid to give all the secret sauce. Matter of fact, when you go get a hold of me, the way to get a hold of me is to go to my website, clientmakers.tv, clientmakers.tv. When you go on there, you will see that I'm a man of my word. I don't just talk to talk. I actually do it. You can go in there, and as soon as you click on first step to build your business, it'll give you a bunch of free steps of how to do it. Okay. Client Makers. Yeah. Just like on the scroller there, clientmakers.tv, click on there and it'll give you free ways to grow your businesses. And if you still want us to help you, me and my team, you can book a call and we will jump on the call and actually on the call give you more ways to grow your business. And then on the call, if you need our help, we can discuss that then. But go to that website and it'll help you even more. That's what I would say. My last tip is to give it all away.
Thanks so much, Frank. You have definitely blessed us with the wealth information. I was taking notes over here. I hope other people taking notes too. Actually, if you listen and follow the direction that he gave you the blueprint. He's giving it to you. All you got to do is listen to what he said and take action. That's it.
Thank you so much, Don.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Have a good one.
You too.